What's up?
All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everyone? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What up? What's going on, everybody? We are back in effect.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second.
Took a little social media YouTube break. We'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we just wanted to come through real quick and provide a message to you all. I don't know if that was glitching, because I think it was glitching just a second ago, but we're going to see. Right.
Glitch.
It is.
You are the glitch tricks.
Yeah. All right, cool beans. Well, real quick, for those of y'all who have recent subscribers, we appreciate it. We know that y'all are probably looking for some new content from us, but believe me, it's coming through. We have been super busy on many different levels, so just bear with us.
Yeah,
all right.
Super busy.
Yes. What's up?
Anime, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We know it's kind of a spur of the moment thing, and we didn't really put up any notifications, but hey, we're here. So what's going on in YouTube land? We really don't know anything because again, we've been so busy. From me, see the back there, doing the artwork. My baby's doing his thing. Graphic design. I mean, you name it.
Design, insurance, everything.
Yeah, we've been really we've been busy, but in a good way, in a very good way, very productive. So that's where we've been. Sorry for the long break, but it's necessary.
Yes, it's very necessary. So without further ado, we're just going to jump into something real quickly to help out as far as when it comes to your spiritual path. What's up? Is that Keisha? What's up? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. We know it's a spur of the moment.
Yeah.
And we hadn't been here in a while, so YouTube probably got us on the bottom of the list. Y'all probably not gonna get notifications, or you might. We don't know. But we're gonna get back in the swing of things. Once everything kind of settle down. But yeah, today we just wanted to shed some light on relationships and how relationships can be used as a tool to help you find out things about you. Sometimes we get in relationships and it seems chaotic, or it seems like there's a lot of drama. We feel confused in these relationships, but if we were to slow down and really pay attention to what is being presented through situations and circumstances in these relationships, it could really teach us a lot about ourselves.
Yes. And so just to break it down real quick, I know a lot of you all are familiar with your natal chart, right? And when it comes to your natal chart, if you know how to go through and read it and things of that nature, then you will find that there are lessons within your natal chart that you need to learn while you're on this life, living out this life, right? And some of these lessons you may have already learned, some of them you haven't learned. But when it comes to those that you haven't learned, your partner can actually help you out in those areas. For example, when it comes to me being a Pisces, right? One of the things I have to learn is to not be a martyr. Learn how to put myself first, some real unconditional love. Right? And for my baby, with her being a Libra, one of her things is, getting the organization thing together.
Right. Getting that balance, that stability, so we kind of work together. Whenever a situation presents itself, we just stop and we look at the situation. And then when you're able to really look at the situation, you can find the lesson.
Right. And it's not exclusive just to boyfriend, girlfriend, and wife.
No.
This also goes into like your job.
Oh, yes.
The relationship you have with your job, your co-workers, the relationships that you have with people as you interact with them on a day-to-day basis. And even more of that, it also speaks to your relationship with nature itself.
Facts.
Okay, so in these relationships, you can sit back and think and look at it as far as what lessons it's bringing to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it does require you to put your ego to the side a little bit.
And to have heightened awareness. Because if you don't have awareness, it's not going to work. Because you have to be able to detect, oh, I see what this is. So this person is really difficult. Like difficult people, I have learned to engage with difficult people. Because when they're difficult to deal with, that means there's something inside of me that is difficult for me to deal with. Because, nothing exists on the outside that does not already exist within.
Yeah.
So it's easy to blame, like, oh, it's your fault. That's easy to do. But on this game called life, it's better to really hold your own self accountable and to really see, what can I learn from this? What is this person here to teach me? And I promise you, the difficult people, they bring the best lessons.
They really do. They really do. Because like you said, you putting on your big girl or big boy pants, and when you step back and realize that your reality is only a reflection of what's inside. Now, granted, yes, everybody else's reality and things sometimes can interfere with yours,
Right.
but for the majority of the part, what you see outside is only a reflection on the inside.
Right. So it would behoove you to really get familiar with the elements. We said this before. The school system really doesn't really teach you about self. It really is just a bunch of programs that you gain to really, I guess, pick roles in this so-called life, right? But when it comes to learning about the elements, they were supposed to teach us this in elementary school. Elementary school, you were supposed to have been learning, how do you commune with the elements and how do you commune with it internally and externally. So that was kind of skipped over.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that we can't hold ourselves accountable to learn that on our own. Right? Because you got to learn about passion. Passion is fire. You learn about emotions. Emotions is water. So what is your relationship like with water?
Your thoughts are air.
Right, exactly. Thoughts are air. So what is your relationship like with air? Are you good at communicating? Right? And so when you learn to master these things within yourself and outside of you, it's going to reflect. So if you're not good at communication, maybe you might want to spend some time in nature. Every day, listen. If you have a problem with, like, maybe you're too passionate. You're passionate about too many things. Maybe it's out of balance. Spend some time.
Wind to cool you down, or some water to cool you down.
Spend some time in front of a fire. Look at the fire. Observe the fire. Pay attention to the way it burns, the way that, all of that stuff can really help you, as within, so without. And all of these little things, believe it or not, they help us with our relationships.
Yes.
Right? This is not going to be a long live. We just kind of just did this on the whim because we hadn't been on live in a minute. So
yeah, just got to let y'all know that we still in here.
Yeah.
Things are going on. But, this is a constant, one of the things that we've learned in this whole journey. And this is the same. It doesn't matter what you're looking at, whether you're into religion, out of religion, in occult science, or if you're traveling the Buddha path, or you're going the path of the Orishas and things of that nature. It all boils down to your spiritual path. The most important part is your inner work.
Yeah.
And your inner work, part of that inner work is looking at the relationships that you have with everything, especially with yourself. How could I be remiss in not mentioning the relationship with self? Because you'll see, and I was talking with an individual the other day, and it was just like everything just seems like everybody was attacking them and coming after them and things of that nature. But when I asked them, like, do you speak highly of yourself? Do you give yourself a lot of love and attention? And the individual said no.
Or do you even attack yourself? As within, so without. If you always speak badly about yourself, if you're always attacking yourself, then it's going to reflect on your outer world. Like if you drop something or if you forget something, do you say, "Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, how can I do that? I'm so stupid." Like, you have to watch these words. Watch how you commune with yourself, because you're going to see it reflect on your outside. And if you really sit and pay attention, you will notice that, oh, okay, so this is giving me an opportunity. It's bringing it to light what you do need to work on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's pretty much it. We wanted to give you all this little bit of nugget to help you along in your spiritual journey, which is really an inner journey. It's a journey within, because all of the power lies within us.
Yeah.
A lot of times we look for answers outside of ourselves. We look for other people to help us and to guide us and things of that nature. But going back to this person that I had talked to previously, I had asked them, like, did you ever have just a little bit of an inkling in your spirit, a little thought that just said, no, don't do that? And they were like, yeah. And so I had to remind them that that's your higher self that is speaking through you. It may seem like a thought, but it's really just a channel. And they are doing their best to channel your next steps to you. But we have to learn to listen to that small little voice. And you start paying enough attention to that small little voice, it gets louder.
Right.
And it will guide you in the right direction in which you need to go.
Right. So always check internal first. We've been taught in this society not to trust ourselves, but it's quite the opposite. So if you're looking for guidance on what career you should be in, what if you want to what school you should go to, you might come upon a situation. You externalize. Always turn within and see what feels right to you. Yeah, advice is great, right? We're not going to shun advice, but you always, after you do receive that, you always want to check within to see how it aligns. Because the true answers that we seek, it all lays within us. And if we quiet our minds and we really get to that stillness, we'll find all the answers that we're looking for. And one of the reasons why we wanted to do this quick live on relationships is because we noticed that relationships, especially Cyrus, this is what I've noticed. Relationships in the melanated community, a lot of them are very toxic.
Oh, speak to that.
It's severely toxic. It's so toxic. And when I see some of those interactions, I can't help but be so grateful for my relationships. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they'll see that you're together. Let's say you have a partner, you guys are doing good. There would be probably a Joe that would probably come and try to sever your union. And I've realized where that comes from. It comes from a place of lack, a place of distrust in self.
Right.
It's like a wanting thing, wanting what someone else have, right? And so you got to be careful along this life in getting into the habit of wanting what someone else have, because that might not be for you. And then let's say you finally do break up the couple and you finally do get that person, right? It won't feel right because it probably wasn't for you. Maybe not in that particular time.
Yeah.
So you want to be careful what you're looking for, what you're seeking. Is it yours? So you want to definitely pay attention to that. Love yourself, because when you love yourself, it's easy for that thing to reflect outward. Right? Get that a crab in a barrel mentality. The tit for tat, relationships, it destroys relationships. Oh, you did this to me, so I'm going to do it right back. Toxic.
Very toxic. Because I was, the other day I just overheard this conversation of this young lady talking to another lady, and she was telling her friend about how her friend did such and such, and she was like, "Oh no, you should do that to him." I was like,
yeah, that's not it,
what?
guys.
No.
That is not it. If you're not in a relationship where you can communicate and where you can talk and you can present, the things that are troubling you, and you both can really sit down and try to figure it out together, that's not the relationship that you need to be in. If you have to go tit for tat, be petty in the relationship, that's not it, guys. That is not it. That is teaching you something. that is showing you how to step back and how to take a break and how to really learn who you are. Right? It's not for you to go tit for tat.
No,
it doesn't work. Okay, so love yourself and love one another, and know that the relationships that you find yourself in, there are many teachable moments inside of those relationships for you to learn about yourself.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's it. Just a quick message.
Just a quick message. We may do these quick messages more often because it's scheduling is.
Yeah, and we live in a fast world, so we know you guys are used to 7-second clips on TikTok and whatnot. 7 seconds, get the message out. So we'll come in every now and again. We'll drop these short videos. Hopefully, it helps out on your days. This one is about relationships. Again, dealing with difficult people, knowing that sometimes difficult people in difficult situations does present opportunities for you to learn about yourself. But you have to be in heightened awareness to see when it presents itself. Learn about passion, build your relationship with passion, which is on the external side, it shows up as fire. Learn about communication, external, it shows up as wind. Okay? Yes. So learn these things. Emotions shows up as water externally, but it is also found on the inside. Okay, we did a whole video about this.
And I was just about to mention that. Yeah. So if you would like to learn more about what we're talking about as far as building a relationship with the elements, we talked about this in depth in our self-mastery class.
That's right.
Which is on our Patreon. And you can go to Patreon and watch that whole, I think it was a 4-part webinar that we did on self-mastery. And it'll take you through that whole part. But once again, this is just a layer in regards to relationships that can show you how you can really ascend through your relationships and learn the lessons through those.
That's right. So y'all go out there, love yourself and love one another. Take the time to get to know who you are, so that when you're introducing yourself to someone, you can introduce yourself and that you represent. Okay?
There you go.
Love you guys.
We love y'all.
Peace.
Peace out.
Bye.